In 2008, a Wall Street trader made $47 million in a single year while his colleagues lost everything. His secret? He understood something most people refuse to accept. Something so dark, so uncomfortable, that even hearing it will change how you see the world forever. By the end of this video, you'll possess 8 ruthless lessons that separate the powerful from the powerless. But I'm warning you, once you see what I'm about to show you, there's no going back. Are you ready to become dangerously smart? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about success, relationships, and power is a carefully constructed lie? The truth is, there's a hidden game being played all around you, every single day. And while most people stumble through life blind to these rules, a small group of individuals uses these dark psychological principles to bend reality to their will. These aren't motivational platitudes. These are the uncomfortable truths that politicians, CEOs, and master manipulators have used for centuries. And today, you are going to learn all 8 of them. But let me be clear, this knowledge is dangerous. It will make you question your relationships, your career, even your own thoughts. So if you are not ready for that, click away now. Still here? Good. Let's begin your transformation. Lesson 1. People don't want the truth, they want comfort. Let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus was a consultant who spent years giving his clients honest, brutal feedback about their businesses. He'd walk into boardrooms with data, with facts, with irrefutable evidence about what they were doing wrong. And you know what happened? He got fired. Again. And again. Then Marcus met an old mentor who taught him something that changed everything. The mentor said, "Marcus, people don't hire you for the truth. They hire you to confirm what they already believe." Marcus was shocked. But he tested it. Instead of leading with hard truths, he started every presentation by validating his clients' existing beliefs. He'd say things like, "Your instincts about this market were absolutely right." Then, slowly, he'd introduce his real recommendations, framed as extensions of their own brilliant thinking. Within 2 years, Marcus became one of the highest-paid consultants in his industry. Here's the ruthless lesson. Human beings are not truth-seeking machines. They are comfort-seeking machines. We don't want reality, we want validation. We don't want facts, we want narratives that make us feel good about ourselves. Think about it. Why do people join echo chambers? Why do they surround themselves with yes men? Why does fake news spread faster than real news? Because the truth is often uncomfortable, and comfort always wins. Master persuaders understand this. They don't waste energy trying to wake people up with facts and logic. Instead, they tell people what they want to hear, then gently guide them toward the desired conclusion. The dark application. If you want to influence someone, stop trying to convince them they are wrong. Instead, make them feel understood, validated, and intelligent. Then, and only then, can you reshape their thinking. This is why the most dangerous manipulators are the ones who make you feel seen. Lesson 2. Silence is your most powerful weapon. Picture this. You are in a negotiation. The other person makes an offer. It's terrible, insulting, even. Your instinct is to immediately counter, to explain why it's unreasonable, to fill the awkward silence with words. That instinct will cost you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Let me tell you about Amanda, a lawyer who learned this lesson the hard way. Early in her career, Amanda would negotiate settlements by carefully explaining her position, justifying every number, responding to every objection. She was thorough, professional, articulate. She was also getting destroyed at the negotiation table. One day, a senior partner pulled her aside and said, "Amanda, you talk too much. Try this. Next time someone makes an offer, just stay silent. Don't speak. Count to 10 in your head. Watch what happens." Amanda thought it sounded ridiculous, but she tried it. The opposing counsel made a lowball offer. Amanda said nothing, just looked at him calmly. The silence stretched. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. The other lawyer, uncomfortable, started talking. "Well, I mean, we could probably go a bit higher, maybe we could look at." He negotiated against himself. Amanda got 40% more than her initial target without saying a single word. Here's the ruthless truth. People are terrified of silence. They will fill it, and when they do, they reveal everything. In silence, people get anxious. Their brain interprets the void as disapproval, confusion, or contemplation of something bigger. So they start talking. They over-explain. They justify. They compromise. The psychological principle. This works because humans are social creatures programmed to fear social rejection. Silence triggers a primal anxiety that we are being judged or excluded, and we'll do almost anything to resolve it. Master interrogators use this. Master salespeople use this. Master negotiators use this. The dark application. In your next negotiation, meeting, or difficult conversation, practice strategic silence. When someone says something you don't like, don't react. Just hold their gaze. Count to 10. Let them marinate in the discomfort. Watch them unravel their own position. The person who controls the silence controls the conversation. Lesson 3. Your first impression is a lie you tell. Here's something that will make you uncomfortable. You are not a fixed person. You are a performance. Every single interaction you have involves you choosing a character to play. And the most successful people? They've mastered the art of strategic first impressions. Let me introduce you to David, a tech entrepreneur. When David started fundraising for his startup, he dressed casually, jeans, hoodie, sneakers. He thought it made him look like the next Zuckerberg. Authentic. A real founder. He got rejected by 47 investors. Then a mentor told him something brutal. David, investors don't fund authenticity. They fund confidence. And right now, you look like a kid asking for lunch money. David completely changed his approach. When meeting conservative investors, he wore tailored suits. When meeting younger VCs, he wore the tech uniform but added expensive details, a Rolex, designer sneakers. He studied each investor's background and mirrored their communication style. Within 3 months, he raised $4 million. Here's the ruthless lesson. There is no real you in first impressions. There's only the strategic you. Research shows that people form judgments about your competence, trustworthiness, and status within 7 seconds of meeting you. 7 seconds. Before you've said anything meaningful, their brain has already categorized you. You can fight this reality, or you can exploit it. The psychological principle. This is called the halo effect. One positive trait, looking successful, sounding confident, appearing similar to them, creates a cognitive bias where people assume you possess other positive traits as well. Think about job interviews. Do they hire the most qualified person? No. They hire the person who seems most qualified in the first 5 minutes. The dark application. Before any important meeting, research the other person. What do they value? What signals do they respect? Then become that. Not permanently, just for that interaction. Dress for their expectations. Mirror their body language. Use their vocabulary. Make them feel like you are one of them. Is it manipulative? Absolutely. Is it how the world actually works? Also absolutely. The dangerously smart understand that first impressions aren't about truth. They are about strategy. Lesson 4. Create scarcity and they will obsess. Why do people lose their minds over supreme drops? Why do VIP clubs have velvet ropes? Why does playing hard to get actually work? One word, scarcity. Let me tell you about Rachel, a freelance designer. For years, Rachel was the helpful freelancer. She'd respond to clients immediately, take on any project, accommodate every deadline. She thought being available made her valuable. She was wrong. Clients paid her poorly and treated her like an afterthought. Then Rachel had a revelation. She started saying no. She told potential clients she was fully booked for the next 2 months, but I could potentially squeeze you in if it's the right fit. She stopped responding to emails instantly. She started turning down projects that didn't meet her minimum rate. Something incredible happened. Her perceived value skyrocketed. Clients started offering her more money without negotiation. They stopped questioning her creative decisions. They treated her with more respect. Why? Because scarcity creates value in the human brain. Here's the ruthless truth. Availability destroys desire. Scarcity creates obsession. The psychological principle. This is called reactance theory. When we perceive that something is limited or might be taken away, our brain assigns it higher value. It's not about the actual worth of the thing, it's about the fear of missing out. Think about it. Luxury brands intentionally limit supply. Nightclubs use velvet ropes even when their half-empty. Dating experts tell you to not always be available. Limited time offers drive billions in sales. The dangerously smart understand that your attention, time, and services become more valuable when they are perceived as scarce. The dark application. Make yourself less available. In relationships, work, friendships, create space. Don't always be the first to text back. Don't say yes to every request. Have boundaries that signal, access to me is valuable. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding how human psychology actually works. When you are always there, you are furniture. When you are strategically absent, you are a prize. Lesson 5. The best defense is never defending. Picture this: someone accuses you of something. Your instinct is to immediately explain yourself, to prove they are wrong, to defend your position with facts and logic. That instinct makes you look guilty every single time. Let me tell you about Jordan, a CEO who learned this the hard way. When a competitor spread rumors about his company, Jordan's first response was to publish a detailed press release refuting every claim, explaining the full context, providing evidence. He thought transparency would clear his name. Instead, the story exploded. Media outlets ran headlines like, "CEO responds to controversy." The more Jordan defended himself, the more guilty he appeared. Then his PR advisor gave him advice that changed everything: stop defending. If you defend, you are playing their game. Instead, reframe. The next time a journalist asked about the rumors, Jordan simply said, "We don't comment on noise from competitors. We focus on delivering value to our customers. That's what matters." The story died in 48 hours. Here's the ruthless lesson: when you defend yourself, you legitimize the accusation. When you reframe, you control the narrative. The psychological principle. This is called the denial amplification effect. When someone denies something, people's brains actually associate them more strongly with the accusation, even if the denial is credible. Remember when politicians say, "I did not have relations with that woman," or "I am not a crook"? What do you remember? The denial itself becomes the story. The dangerously smart never get dragged into defending themselves on someone else's terms. The dark application. When attacked or accused, pause. Don't react immediately. Reframe. Change the frame of the conversation entirely. Redirect. Point to something more important. Remain calm. Emotion confirms guilt in observers' minds. Example. Accusation: "You didn't deliver this project on time." Weak response: "Well, actually, if you look at the timeline we agreed on." Strong response: "The project is performing 40% above target." That's what matters. Now, let's talk about scaling this success. See the difference? One defends. One reframes and redirects to value. When you defend, you submit to their frame. When you reframe, you seize control. Lesson 6. Give people a villain and they'll follow you anywhere. Why did Apple dominate the tech world? Was it just better products? No. Steve Jobs understood something dark about human psychology. People don't unite around what they love. They unite around what they hate. Apple didn't just sell computers. They sold you an identity. Think different. Different from who? From IBM. From Microsoft. From the boring, conformist corporate world. Jobs gave people a villain, and suddenly buying a Mac wasn't a purchase, it was a rebellion. Let me tell you about Sarah, a marketing executive. Sarah took over a struggling brand that nobody cared about. She tried everything: better products, influencer partnerships, emotional storytelling. Nothing worked. Then she pivoted her entire strategy. She stopped talking about what her brand stood for and started talking about what it stood against. Her campaign message: "We are not like those other companies that use toxic ingredients and lie to you. We are the alternative." Sales increased 300% in 6 months. Here's the ruthless truth: nothing builds loyalty faster than a common enemy. The psychological principle. This is called in-group out-group bias. Humans are tribal creatures. We define ourselves not just by who we are, but by who we are not. When you give people an enemy to unite against, you create instant bonding and fierce loyalty. Look around. Political campaigns run on vilifying the other side. Brands position against competitors. Social movements rally against a common enemy. Even friend groups often bond over who they collectively dislike. The dangerously smart understand that it's easier to unite people through shared opposition than shared values. The dark application. When you want to build loyalty, whether in business, leadership, or even personal relationships, identify the villain. Who is the enemy? What do you stand against? Is it the system? Is it the old way of doing things? Is it a specific competitor? Is it mediocrity itself? Give your audience someone to oppose, and they won't just follow you, they'll fight for you. This is dark because it divides. but division creates commitment. Lesson 7. Control the question, control the outcome, 16:30 to 19 o'clock. The most powerful people in any room aren't the ones with the best answers. They are the ones asking the questions. Let me tell you about Michael, a mid-level manager who became a VP in 18 months. Michael noticed something in meetings. Senior executives never directly answered questions that didn't serve them. Instead, they'd respond with a different question that reframed the entire conversation. Example: someone asks, "Why is this project over budget?" Average person defends, explains, justifies. Michael learned to respond. The real question is, are we getting ROI? And the answer is yes, we are tracking 40% above projections. He didn't answer the question asked. He answered the question he wished they'd asked. Within months, people started perceiving Michael as executive material because he controlled conversations through strategic questioning. Here's the ruthless lesson. The person asking questions has all the power. The person answering them is on defense. The psychological principle. This is called framing theory. Whoever controls the frame of the conversation controls the conclusions people draw. Questions are the most powerful framing tool because they direct attention and thought. Think about it. Lawyers don't ask questions they don't know the answer to. Journalists use questions to guide narratives. Therapists use questions to lead clients to realization. Salespeople use questions to make you convince yourself. The dangerously smart understand that questions are weapons, not curiosity. The dark application. Stop answering questions directly, especially in high-stakes situations. Instead, pause, buy time to think. Redirect. That's one way to look at it. But the more important question is, reframe. Change the premise of the question entirely. Counter question. Answer their question with a question that serves your agenda. Example. Question: why should we trust you? Weak. Well, I have 10 years of experience. And strong. What would trust look like to you? And more importantly, what results would make this decision easy? See? You took control. Now they are thinking on your terms. In any negotiation, meeting, or conflict, the person asking questions is the puppet master. Everyone else is just dancing. Lesson 8. Your reputation is your greatest weapon. Let me tell you about two people, Alex and Taylor. Alex and Taylor have the same skills, same experience, same work ethic. But Alex makes $300,000 a year while Taylor makes $75,000. Why? One word: reputation. Alex understood something that took Taylor years to learn. Your actual abilities matter far less than your perceived abilities. Alex spent years strategically building a reputation as the fixer, the person who solves impossible problems. Every project Alex took, even small ones, were treated as opportunities to reinforce that narrative. Alex documented wins, gathered testimonials, and made sure that decision-makers heard about every success. Taylor, meanwhile, believed good work speaks for itself. It doesn't. Here's the ruthless truth. In the real world, perception is reality. Your reputation precedes you, defines you, and determines your value. The psychological principle. This is called the halo effect, combined with social proof. Once you have a reputation, people's brains filter all new information through that lens. If you are known as brilliant, your mistakes look like genius experiments. If you are known as mediocre, your victories look like luck. Think about how this plays out. Why can Elon Musk get funding for wild ideas? Reputation. Why do best-selling authors get huge advances? Reputation. Why do some consultants charge $50,000 while others charge $500? Reputation. Your reputation is a force multiplier. It's compound interest for your career. The dangerously smart don't just do good work, they engineer their reputation with obsessive intentionality. The dark application. Identify your positioning. What do you want to be known for? Not 10 things. One thing. Document everything. Every win, every testimonial, every data point that supports your narrative. Control your story. Don't let others define you. Proactively shape the narrative through strategic content, social proof, and selective sharing. Associate with winners. Your reputation is partly defined by who you are seen with. Strategic relationships amplify perception. Protect it ruthlessly. One reputation-destroying event can erase years of work. Be paranoid about threats to your image. This is dark because it prioritizes optics over reality. But here's the truth. In a world where attention is scarce, optics are reality. You can be the most talented person in the room, but if nobody knows it, You are invisible. The dangerously smart build reputations like empires, strategically, deliberately, and without apology. So there they are. 8 ruthless lessons that separate those who shape reality from those who react to it. Let's recap what you now know that most people will never understand. People crave comfort, not truth. Give them validation, then guide them. Silence is a weapon. Master it, and you control every conversation. First impressions are strategic performances. Engineer them deliberately. Scarcity creates obsession. Make yourself less available to become more valuable. Never defend yourself. Reframe and redirect. Instead, give people a villain. Nothing builds loyalty faster than a common enemy. Control the questions. The one asking has all the power. Your reputation is everything. Engineer it with ruthless intentionality. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. Knowing these lessons changes nothing. Applying them changes everything. You now see the game being played around you. The question is, will you keep being a pawn, or will you become a player? If this video changed how you see the world, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to wake up. And if you want to go even deeper, if you want to master the dark psychology that the top 1% uses to dominate every room they walk into, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because what I'm going to reveal in the next video makes this look like child's play. The dangerously smart don't wait for permission. They take knowledge and turn it into power. The choice is yours. See you in the next one.